draft final ORV management plan was scheduled to be released by the National Park Service in the fall of 2009. That was then put out to the end of the year 2009, and here we are now in early February. We've yet to see an ORV plan come out for public review. Could be any reasons for that. Having had many years' experience in bureaucracy, I can envision every bureaucrat in Department of Interior wanting to put his or her thumbprint on those draft plans before they are released to the public. However, at some time they will be released to the public, and there will be a relatively short review period. The Park Service had planned for a 60-day review period of the draft plan. I think the Administrative Procedures Act only requires 30 days. So in credit to the local park superintendent, his staff, and others, 60 days is a reasonable amount of time. But given the size of this plan, and I envision this plan being several hundred pages long, there's going to be a lot of reading. There's going to be a lot of effort necessary put in to understand what the plan means and its implications. I encourage all citizens interested in this issue, regardless of side, access or environmental, to take the time and try to learn the content of that plan. And I encourage those people, especially who wish to have access to the National Seashore in the future, to work with groups like the Outer Banks Preservation Association, to pay attention to the work of Dare County and its reviewers, to the Beach Buggy Association, and the North Carolina, or the Hatteras Island Anglers Club, to work with these organizations to understand the implications of the plan, the effect it's going to have on the community, on visitors, on wildlife, on educational processes, and then to make comment back to the Park Service on their feelings, whether they like the plan or they don't like the plan, or they make reasonable suggestions of modification to the plan. I encourage citizens to be constructive, to make constructive recommendations of how we might have access as indicated and as envisioned by the enabling legislation of the park, and at the same time protect natural resources. This is an opportunity where data do exist that applies to this unique ecosystem. The citizens have an opportunity to provide their insights and knowledge. Also want to say too to the local citizens, as far as I'm concerned, I have learned about this environment by people that have lived here all of their life. And I see no group of citizens who know more about the natural processes and what goes on in this environment, the people that have lived here decade after decade after decade. So I encourage you particularly to make comment to your government about how the National Seashore should be managed in a responsible manner.